Those who oppose a speaker in a meeting start by saying, I support what the last speaker has said. But meanwhile, they were sleeping when he spoke. So, all the people who will oppose me today must start sleeping now as I deliver this lecture. During question and answer session, once a week, you should raise your hand and start by saying, I support the last speaker. But I can make a cake. Permit me therefore to clear my throat 3 times, but I promise not to oppose the last speaker. The lecturer was driving to deliver a paper when he had a flat tire right in front of a psychiatric hospital. While changing the tire, all the wheel nuts slipped and fell into the gutter. He sat down, confused and frustrated. A madman walking from the window shouted at him, and I quote, he said, "Sir, take 1 nut from each of the other tires. 3 nuts per tire will take you safely to the class." Amazed, the lecturer asked, "So why are you at the psychiatric hospital?" The madman replied calmly, "We are here for madness, not for your stupidity." Gentlemen, that was how I got here. 1 nut each, taken from every ideological way. When I received the invitation to deliver this lecture from Sir Ambrose Nwachukwu and Engineer Godfrey Okasanya, my first thought was, why me? The great end is composed of men and women of remarkable character, great sons and daughters of Ontario, who could easily have delivered this lecture far better than I could. Is it that they want to know if I was mad or stupid? Whatever the reason may be, I realized that 1 nut taken from each of us gathered here today can drive and take us safely to its destination. The great end must have understood this and the importance of observing the masquerade from all sides. As the saying goes, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. A saying that reminds us that no man is an island. But most importantly, they must have concluded that if we expect to see foam in our urine, whether the urine contains alcohol, malaria, typhoid, the Holy Spirit, the devil himself, or even in swine, we must urinate together in one spot, as in the days of our forefathers, when unity was strength. In accepting the invitation, I saw it as history beckoning. I therefore decided, if not compelled, to give it my best. This is because there is a preponderance of distorted historical facts out there. The implication is that once you answer, please oppose the last speaker. The implication is that I will not agree with the last speaker. But instead, I will use this opportunity to demonstrate how to distinguish historical junk from historical facts. Over the years, it has become fashionable for every leader to have his disciples, but only the Judas among them writes his biography. It is these biases, junks, and innuendos that are passed from generation to generation as facts of history without interrogation. We are here not to play the Judas, but to contribute our well-researched, time-tested, and certified ideological quota for future generations. At the end of this exercise, it will be manifestly clear that Ntega is neither the son of Ukwu nor Ngwa by bloodline, but Ngwa by contemporary migration. It is common wisdom that until the lion learns to read and write, the story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. It would be like how I shot the lion, how the lion pounced on me, how I held his jaw, tore it open, bit out his tongue, stepped back, and shot him right in his brain, and the lion died. I therefore state that this lecture will glorify Ntega and not the hunter. I therefore state that this lecture is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. The gains of urinating together and in one spot cannot be overemphasized. Ntega used to be like the story of 3 Christian mothers who went to Ntega to buy Jumbo prawns, Okoro. One was apostolic, the second Presbyterian, and the third the chosen. The first woman prized the Okoro. The seller, a Catholic, declared 1,000 last. No reduction. The same thing happened when the Presbyterian and chosen women tried. The Catholic woman stood her ground. Her price remained 1,000. She backed at them. Then came the fourth woman, the fellow Catholic, who immediately noticed the rosary dangling from the seller's neck. She quietly brought out her own rosary, wore it,